I'm Dr. Julie Kinn with the Defense Health Agency, and this November we are focusing on all the resources available to our service members, veterans, and their family, especially in light of our continued COVID-19 pandemic. Now, one thing that we know for sure is that sleep is hard at all times, but especially when we're under stress, as we all are in this pandemic. The other thing about sleep is that getting a good night's sleep helps with chronic pain flare ups and it helps with immunity. And boosting our immunity is going to be so important for all of us during this pandemic. So, today I want to share a couple of quick tips for you. One is no eating or drinking within the last 2 hours before you go to bed. This one is really hard for me personally. It seems like a couple hours before sleep is when I get ravenously hungry and I remember all the great leftovers. But for real, if you can cut out this habit of eating or drinking within the last couple of hours, you will be able to sleep so much better. First of all, your body won't be digesting and you won't have to get up to urinate. The other thing kind of goes in hand with the getting up to urinate. So for a lot of us, when we wake up in the middle of the night, even if it's just for a couple of seconds, we do clock watching. And that means we check out the time to know, hey, what time is it? Is it time to wake up? Is it the middle of the night? Now, when we look at the clock, we also start doing math because it's impossible to look at a clock and not start calculating, okay, how many hours do I have until I need to wake up? The problem with math, great during the daytime, but in the nighttime, it really wakes up our brain. And clock watching is part of that. So if you're like me, you use your cell phone to wake you up in the morning, which means also if you're looking at what time it is in the middle of the night, you're also seeing missed text messages, and that icon for news is really close by and social media. And before you know it, you've been awake for a half hour. So, bottom line, 2 tips for better sleep and better immunity. 1, try to cut out eating and drinking within those last couple of hours before bed. And 2, try not to check the time, especially if your timekeeper is your mobile phone or other kind of device. Now, if you want more tips for sleep management, one great resource is the VA's mobile app called Insomnia Coach. It's a free, safe, secure mobile app with tons of sleep tips, not just for insomnia. Another good resource is the DHA's podcast, A Better Night's Sleep, which features questions from our listeners to the nation's top sleeps, and it's available at health.mil/podcasts. So please check out the VA's Insomnia Coach app and the DHA's A Better Night's Sleep podcast and let us know what you think.